All right, welcome into the Culture Playbook. I am JR, and tonight or this evening, I like so many other people who have been. I know myself. I've been following Candace on this Charlie Kirk assassination since the day it's happened. I've been following people like, of course, Candace Owens, uh, Barron. Um, it's just a bunch of them I've been following and keeping up with. Keeping up with the what I would call the real investigation. And what I'm noticing is that some videos, in light of this war that's taking place right now between the United States and Iran, I'm noticing that a lot of people are coming to a lot of Charlie Kirk videos. Because I remember after he died, it was crazy. There was a lot of people who were making comments about Charlie Kirk who had um, honestly had never seen a Charlie Kirk video, didn't know much about him. I mean, I'll be honest myself, I didn't know a lot about Charlie Kirk. I heard about him. I knew that he was moving in conservative circles. I was a big fan of Candace Owens for a long time, so I knew that she was working with him. And as she was going through her thing with the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro and that bunch. And so, we've all heard the FBI's theory that this is the shooter. They think they got the right guy right here. This is a lone shooter who apparently operated in some LGBT, transgender communities, and you know, there was this. I don't know if you would describe it as a hate or anything like that, but between that community and Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk was a professed Christian. He believed in traditional values and all this other stuff, and so we've heard the story that this guy shot a 30-06, uh, dismantled it, left, put it back together, and did all this other stuff. Well, as the story just again started to come out, and all these different things are coming out now, in fact, Candace just released the video, the actual video that well, it was a screenshot of it, a screen record of it, of what actually happened behind the shot, what happened from behind with Charlie Kirk, which only just gave validity to every person that did videos that know anything about ballistics, anything about bullets, knowing that a 30-06 bullet to the neck would have been very, very messy. And so there's just a lot of questions that's surrounding this whole thing with Charlie Kirk. So a lot of folks, again, I said earlier, once he died, it was a lot of mean stuff online. Whether you agree with him or disagree with him, watching a man be assassinated on live TV, I think we all can agree that's was horrible. And apparently, to some people who were, in my opinion, they were programmed to react the way that they reacted. It was all about Charlie Kirk was a racist and this and that, and he was a hate. And, you had some people saying that what happened to him was good for him. Well, a lot of those same people now are coming back after seeing somebody online talking about questioning the official investigation around Charlie Kirk's assassination. And so we come to this video that has been out here for a long time, but again, it's really getting this circulate. It's getting this circulation on right now, for lack of a better term. But let's play this, and that's the question. Is this the video? Is this the type of thinking that Charlie Kirk was, going into? Because there's a lot has been said about him. Um, a lot has been said about Charlie Kirk moving away from the pro-Israel movement. And so let's listen to this together and in the comment section and let me know if you think this is the video or this plus other things is what ended up getting him unalived publicly.
We are just going to take out the Ayatollah. Oh, really? What comes next? What comes after regime change? Might be, oh, well, we need a small number of U.S. troops to support the new regime. We have seen this play before. Regime change, you have no idea how this is going to work out. You have no idea. They are actively calling for regime change. This kind of analysis is not helpful.
And the problem with these videos is that immediately after they died, they hijacked the story of the story, the ghost of Charlie Kirk, and it was all just pro-Israel. They would have you believe that he never said these things, or that's the beauty of video.
This kind of approach, this kind of argument, it has nothing to do with nuclear weapons at this point. This is now that we want to go all in and take out the regime. But what have we learned when it comes to wars, and especially wars in the Middle East?
And so here is Charlie Kirk, and this is the type of stuff again. Now, this was Trump's guy. This is the guy that's, one of the guys that's largely responsible for Trump being a president right now because of the youth movement that he created on these campuses. And here he is, expressing feelings that this was shortly before he was unalived.
What you draw up on a whiteboard rarely happens.
And when he says this has been done before and we've seen it, I mean, I'm old enough to have been around for the first Iraq War. I saw the build up to it. I was, here when 9/11 happened and the whole, and now there's so many questions about that.
What you think theoretically is going to occur, there might be unintended and unforeseen consequences, especially when you're talking about a country 2.5 times the size of Texas. It has 90 million people and was an ancient and great power with well over a dozen ethnic groups. You have underground Christians. You don't really have many Jews left in Persia. But also you have secular younger Persians. Who's going to run the country exactly, Lindsey Graham? This sounds like Hillary Rodham Clinton in Libya.
And we know what happened in Libya. But I think that's the intention, to destabilize these things. And again, Charlie Kirk was doing okay until he started to venture over into these waters. And I think that's where things got murky for him.
Yeah, the Ayatollah is awful, but maybe he's one of the few guys that can keep that country together and not have a 90 million person civil war. So you have these two extremes. I honestly don't think the neoconservative extreme needs to be represented philosophically anymore. It's uninteresting to me. They've done a mess of Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, the entire Middle East, Ukraine. We know what the neoconservatives believe. I do think hearing out, and honestly, I agree with a lot of the more, I think isolationist is used as a pejorative, but let's just say restrained community. Take out the Ayatollah. Resist that temptation. That's not prudence. That's not.
And that's what they did. So he was, calling, you see here in his own words, he was saying, don't do that. Well, it's been done. And this unpredictability that he was talking about, which it's just obvious because it's been tried before. It has been tried before and it didn't work. And so, here we are again.
What have we learned when it comes to, we are going to take out the Ayatollah.
And they just replaced the Ayatollah. Again, get in the comment section. Let me know, do you think Candace and that bunch is on to something with this position that he took, this anti-Israel Israel, they would call him and I think they did toward the end of his life, they would call him a anti-Semite. But let me know what you think. This is the Culture Playbook.